Emotional numbness and ADHD. This is something that is very common with ADHD, and it's something I wish I would have known. I got diagnosed ADD at 13, re-diagnosed with ADHD at 17. I've lived with ADHD pretty much all my life. I wish I would have known this a lot sooner. Is emotional numbness is actually very common when it comes to ADHD, especially when it comes to low dopamine, which a lot of times at the end of your meds wearing off, all of a sudden now your brain isn't producing dopamine like it was with your stimulant meds. On days that you don't take stimulant meds, sometimes you can have these low dopamine days where your brain isn't producing it naturally. So you're having this whole emotionally numb non-excitement. Our brains work very heavily off of the reward factor, off the excitement factor. Dopamine's like glasses. We have very bad sometimes internal dialogue. And so the emotional numbness is a huge part of like ADHD shutdown. Easiest way to look at people with ADHD is like we only almost get like so much dopamine a day, and if we burn through that, all of a sudden we go into a shutdown mode, which is that emotional numbness. Nothing is bringing us joy. Even normal things that our brain normally would produce a little bit of dopamine from is not bringing us the typical joy. And the thing that's so important knowing about this, of when you are emotionally numb, to understand, hey, I am at burnout and it's okay, is a lot of times people will turn to like alcohol, for example, which now creates some dopamine into your system, which becomes a very unhealthy coping tool for ADHD and a very dangerous one, and one of the main reasons why people with ADHD can lead down the road to alcohol addiction. So it's stuff like this, knowing of how your brain works is key in knowing and understanding your ADHD to make life a lot easier.